Hello, students. I hope you're doing well. Today, we are going to start the next lesson in your book. So if you have not been watching my videos or doing my homework for my class, you should go back and make sure that you watch those videos and that you understand, because otherwise you'll miss an entire lesson in your book, which wouldn't be good. Okay, so we're moving on today. I'm going to teach you some new verbs. So some of these might be review for you, but some of these might be new, all right? So the verbs that we'll be learning today, I'm going to teach you one, and then I'm going to teach you the opposite, right? So the verb that means exactly the opposite, the difference, right? Opposite, some examples like hot and cold, right? Tall and short, things like that. All right, so we are going to do some opposite verbs. It's important for you to notice that these verbs are all in the present tense, okay? So these are in the present tense. If you want to know how to say them in the past tense, you either will add ed, or I actually think a lot of these are irregular verbs. So a lot of them you can find in your book how to say those. Okay, so the first one we have is the word buy. So I know this might feel silly, but at home, I want you to practice and repeat after me. Buy. Okay, so buy, right? When you go somewhere and you are the one paying money and getting something, you buy something. All right, the opposite of buy is sell. Sell. So I chose this picture of this guy. He's kind of creepy, but he's selling things in his jacket there, right? He's like, come buy a car from me or a house. Sell. So the seller is the person that has the item or the service, and they're trying to get you to buy it. They're selling it. Okay. Next is win. Win. So win, a lot of you know what that means already, I think, right? You can win a game. You can win a competition. Lots of things you can win. And the opposite of win is lose. Lose. So this guy is sad because he lost his football game. So he's sad. He lost. All right. Next, we're going to talk about this one, lend. Lend. So lend, a lot of times we use this when we're talking about money. So the arrow here is very important. The person, when you take money and you give it to someone and they have to pay you back, you're lending them money. Lend. Okay. The opposite is borrow. Borrow. So the opposite, I changed the arrow. So if you had the money and you were giving it to me, I was receiving the money, then that would mean I was borrowing it, okay? Sometimes I hear people say like, oh, can you borrow me money? Sometimes I'll hear some students say that. That's not correct. If you want to borrow money from someone, you say, oh, can you lend me money? Can you lend me money? Or you could say, can I borrow money? But you can't say, can you borrow me money? That doesn't make sense. Okay. The next word is find. Find. So when you're looking for something, sometimes you might not find it, but when you see it, you can say, like maybe I was looking for my phone and I found it, right? Find. Okay. Next, lose. Lose. So this is it's the same word, but a little bit different meaning. So instead of losing a game, she cannot find something, this lady. So